Hey guys, what's up? Ian here from Mid-America Prep. Thanks for tuning in and watching. So this is launch edition. Well, one of the things I wanted to do was make myself more accountable for myself. And one of the ways I was going to change this year and actually hold my goals up was to change my diet, lose weight, and get healthier. Not that I wasn't healthy before, but I was at 240 pounds, whether you could tell or not. And I was not comfortable. I was not comfortable in the clothes I was wearing. I was getting tight and I didn't want to buy new pants and shirts and stuff to accommodate that. And so I'm going to start doing some vlogs every once in a while, my food and what I'm trying to do to get healthier. So today's lunch, I'm going to be making like a kale, egg, and bacon saute type thing. I don't know what I'm going to call it. We did this last night with spinach, mushroom, and bacon, and it's been pretty good. So for the last month and a half, my wife and I have both been trying to align ourselves more with a ketogenic diet. I can't tell you if I'm keto. I have the test strips, but I have just basically strayed away from eating carbs and pretty much high protein, high fat. And I know a lot of people have, negative things to say about this, cholesterol and everything. I'm not eating a pound and a half of bacon every day. I'm not eating just fat every single day. I, eat a lot of, fresh vegetables and stuff that comes from the earth, every single day. And I'm just not eating the junky stuff. And my highest weight, I was at 240, and that was January 1st. That's the highest I've ever been. I had been at about 240 for, a year and a half, or 235, 240. I'll Paula Dean it up here. And I just became very uncomfortable in my clothes. I'm obviously not with myself. I'm fine with myself. It's just, I was already wearing extra large shirts and stuff. The reason being, well, I carry. And so wearing extra large shirts, they're a little bit baggier, a little bit looser, and I can, do a little more concealing with that. And then I started getting tight in those clothes, and I felt myself, definitely feeling the tightness. And so I, made a point to myself this year, we're getting healthier and we're doing something different. So with our keto diet, I don't even know how to explain if we're necessarily doing it correctly or not, but we're definitely making lifestyle changes. And we have a kiddo here. We want to make sure we're healthy and fit for later on in life. And so that's the only way we can do it. So I'm sauteing these are kale, baby kale, just in some butter. And I'll get some salt and pepper for this. And then it's kind of like a lunch breakfast type thing. I actually fast in the morning. My wife and I, we both do. Fasting in the morning has really helped. And so other than a cup of coffee or whatever we drink in the morning, we don't eat until about lunchtime, which for me is about 7 to 7.5 hours, maybe even 8 hours sometimes, until I can actually get to lunch. And so it's not a bad thing, I don't think. Now what you saw over here, I have 3 eggs because I'm going to split this with my kid. And then I use heavy whipping cream. Now heavy whipping cream obviously adds fat to the eggs, adds a little bit of protein, and then, well, this has 0 protein, but a little more texture is what I'm going to say. And it adds some sweetness to the eggs. It makes them fuller and fluffier. And so I don't want to mix them too much. I want there to be some lumps there, but and I've also got some bacon. I've been baking our bacon instead of doing a little pan fry. First of all, it cuts down on grease, and the bacon just tastes better. I got this a little bit more burnt than I want it to be. Go ahead and cut that off. And I apologize if the screen's not the greatest. quick note here. Use parchment paper when you're baking your bacon on a pan. Comes right off. Clean pan. Pan can go wherever you want it to. It's already cool. Already pulled it out about 10 minutes ago. Go ahead and we'll use a paper towel. We'll dampen these here a little bit, and we're going to crumble these all up and put it into the mixture of the kale and the egg. I'm going to try to cook the egg without getting it too much in the kale. It's going to a little bit, but it's almost like an omelet, but it's going to be all mixed together. Not mixed together, but you know, this will be cooked separate and that'll be cooked separate, and then we'll blend it together. Mind you, I'm also using a GoPro with my chest mount. It's just a lot easier to do all this handling. While I'm letting this cook, one of the things I found, because I've been using, cooking so many eggs and making like egg and cheese and stuff, sandwiches, basically like cooking the egg and then making a sandwich with the egg, was these little pans here. This is one of those, this is the Gotham Steel copper pan. You know, you put your scrambled egg in there and it cooks in that form. You flip it over and you got like a nice little formed egg platter, which is nice and easier to portion. That's, 2 eggs fits in there just fine. 1 egg fits better. I didn't grease this pan because it had some butter in it already. It is what it is. Okay, while these are finishing cooking up, of course you could use a knife for this to leave the grease out. But it's not a big deal. So we take that. Use this plate to eat off of. And here's something I'm excited for this evening. A nice deer roast. I have it thawing out in some warm water. We're going to do the Instapot, which if you don't have an Instapot, guys, get one. This thing is amazing. It works wonders, especially for stuff that's, been sitting in the freezer for a couple of months. Actually, that's a rump and something else off of a deer I got 2 years ago. I did a flip in my freezer after deer season this year, and I pulled everything from the bottom up, and this was sitting down there. Actually, this was 2 years, yeah, not 2018, but 2017. So, nice little slab of fat. I'll cut off and trim off that. But we'll toss it and mix it with some roast mix and go about that way this evening. Now this is like enough for 2 people if I want it to be, but you know what? I'm hungry. And we're gonna put a little bit of spice up here with it. Awesome. I like to, mix it up a little bit. Some garlic herb. Smells great. That's perfect. Now, I'm no, high-end chef by any means, but basically this is what I'd have for breakfast anyways, minus an egg, every day. This smells pretty good. That's more than enough. I should probably portion that out, about half of that for lunch. But I've got a kiddo. We're going to eat most of that there. And another thing I like to do, let me throw some mozzarella on it. Hey, Bob. Now, I'm going to only put mozzarella on half of it because my child does have a minor dairy allergy, and too much cheese makes him break out a little bit. So this will be my half, that'll be his, and he can eat all that. He can eat the entire plate pretty quick. So, I'll switch over to the old phone here. Looks pretty good, I think. Now, on the keto diet, I do eat berries. Now, I know that people are always like, oh, there's so many carbs in them. Yeah, there are. Particularly blueberries have a lot of carbs, I think, from what I've read. Raspberries and blackberries are fine. But, it's one of those things that eat it in moderation and you should be fine. And I don't eat, an entire container. Not that I haven't before, but I don't eat an entire container of blueberries every single day. But this little guy over here, he really enjoys it. And, one thing that I've found out is that, with these fancy diets, you've got to make changes. And it's La Croix, however you say it. Jokingly, I say like really get that in there. This tastes like cherry lemon or cherry lime. Excuse me. Exactly what it tastes like. Normally, it's like a hint of flavor, or used to be, and now we have all flavors of La Croix in the house. I have converted to a French guy, which the French can't fight. They don't go to war, but I do enjoy their language. Anyways, let's get Sawman's initial impression. What do you think, bub? You gonna eat that? This is parenting, man. He loves eggs, except apparently right now. Here. Give this man some blueberries. He's doing pretty good. And this is his second time on the channel. He has made so many strides. We're at 16 months old now. And it's so fun, guys, to see him learn things. Here. He's learned how to use his fork. Put it in your mouth. Good job. And it's just fun to listen to him talk, even though he's still jibber jabber. Basic words, mama, dada, night night. He'll tell us he wants his pacifier. He's working on potty. Not that he's being toilet trained, but he's definitely getting there. Yeah, this guy, if he eats too many blueberries, he turns into a blueberry. Put it in your mouth. I'd rather just do it that way. So anyways, we're going to eat, and I just figured I would do a quick little vlog thing, catching you guys up. It's been a while since I posted a video. I got several projects that are in the mix right now. They're month-long videos. One of them I can't finish for about another month and a half, and that'll be fun. And actually, I've got 2 videos that won't be done for another month or month and a half. And then I will have many more coming down the line. Many more woodworking videos. I love bacon. Bacon's so good. Anyways, keep calm and carry on, guys. See you later.